Hey families, just wanted to pop in and say hey and give you the update on UA Kids at Home. We haven't had one of these in a while, and just some information about our future sermon series that's starting this Sunday. Super exciting stuff. First, I just wanted to say it was so good to see most of y'all at our Good Friday worship and then again at the UA Kids Zoom the next day. I'm hoping to do another one of those maybe next week. I think it would be good probably every other week for those. Really miss you and your kids and just that time we get to spend with each other. So first, that was so good. I also wanted to say I've loved seeing y'all's pictures and stuff from the JAMO lessons or from the family devotionals. Just keep sending those my way. I would love to make a video of pictures and videos from just this time in quarantine. It's just a weird limbo of a place in our lives, and I think it would be really cool to see all of that combined together. It would be really nice. So if you have any of those, send them my way. You can send them to my email at lauracade@uachurch.org, or you can DM them to UA Kids Austin on our Instagram or on our Facebook. We just love to see those and love to get those together. And finally, I want to talk to y'all about our upcoming sermon series, What's After. I'm not sure if y'all remember the Explore God series that went on in Austin a few years ago. A bunch of churches from all denominations came together and handled the same topic and questions in a sermon series. It was amazing. And now they're doing another one, What's After, and so we're going to be partnering along with them. Now, I wanted to address this, obviously, because this is a much different conversation than what we've been having the last few weeks. What's after is approaching, like what happens after we die. It's going to talk about death. It's going to talk about some stories that we may not always approach with kids. It's going to be these conversations that you probably have a lot of questions about. I know I do still. And this is just going to be a really interesting sermon series for us all to look at and kind of explore together, which is really exciting, but also can be kind of difficult if we don't have the right tools. And even with the right tools, sometimes it can be difficult. But what I want to do and how I want to help is to give you all the tools I can and help y'all have the best possible discussions and conversations to address this subject, which is going to be so exciting. So this Sunday, for example, Mitch is going to be talking about Cain and Abel and what was the emphasis of that story that talks to us about what's after and why does that matter and what's going on. Obviously, Cain and Abel is a really intense story about a brother murdering his brother, like brothers fighting and then death, which is not necessarily a conversation you would want to have with your kids. I'm going to be adjusting our family devotional format of it to fit this sermon series better and fit the questions you need. So I'm going to also partner another story in there that handles the same feeling, like it pairs along with the Cain and Abel story, but is more age appropriate for your kids and still allows that conversation to happen. So when addressing these subjects, it can be really challenging and really confusing. But if you're able to have those discussions, and even if you're able to just open the door, this is an amazing opportunity for you to have these conversations with your kids. Now, if you've decided or you think that it's going to be better if you'll just stick with the JAMO lessons for your kids, that's totally fine too. There's no pressure either way. I just want to give you all the tools because I think this is a really important conversation we can have with our kids. This is a permission-giving series in the sense that it is permission-giving to ask questions. It is permission-giving to not know. It's okay to not be sure all the time. This is a good time for your kids to see, like, okay, sometimes I'm unsure, but I can start asking these questions. So that way when things happen that are out of our control and where they do start asking these questions from a personal standpoint rather than just discussion, they'll have frame of reference. They'll have a place where they're like, okay, we talked about it here, so now I can bring it up here. So now I can start thinking, and now I have new information that helps me process. Now, it may not always be that way, and when the time comes, they may completely forget about this whole conversation, and it doesn't matter. But odds are it's going to stick with them, and they're going to see how you are and how you react and how you discuss this, and if it's okay for them to talk about it, and if it's not okay for them to talk about it. And this might be a conversation that's really important for a lot of them. Now, however this conversation goes and however you choose to approach this, it's up to you and it's up to how your family is and what y'all need right now. But I just want to let you know I'm here for you. I'm here to give you any resources, to have any conversations, to just be a resource for your family throughout this sermon series, really throughout life. I'm here for you. But especially throughout this sermon series, if you have any questions or need anything, or maybe you have an idea for the family devotional that would be better, feel free to adjust. Everything I give you is editable tools that you can change and form for however your kids need it. There's no right way to address this subject. And so I just want to encourage y'all on that, and I want y'all to feel excited for the sermon series coming up. I'm excited for it. Send me your videos and pictures. I love y'all, and I'm praying for you, and I'm praying that God's blessings are on your family over this next few weeks and over this time where we're still in quarantine.